now they're making a movie about Leonard Bernstein, and Bradley Cooper is playing it. I mean, if he can get through the picket lines. You see, like, Rachel Brosnahan playing Mrs. Maisel and Helen Mirren playing Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir. Bradley is, sadly, a Gentile. And that's the new sin in Hollywood, being a non-Jewish actor portraying a Jew. Because that's always been the problem in Hollywood, not enough Jews. Eddie Redmayne played a transgender woman in The Danish Girl, but now calls that a mistake, because many people don't have a chair at the table. Well, actually, in movies now, they do. And what does it have to do with you playing trans? Does it then work the other way? Can trans actors only play trans characters? Because that's not going to be a good deal.
Bill Maher just torched woke Hollywood for what he calls ruining the movie experience entirely. It feels like those days are gone when families packed into theater and watched films free of preachy nonsense. But now woke messages get shoved in our faces. Every single Ma has had enough, and he let Hollywood have it hard and without mercy. So hit that subscribe button and let's get into it.
The other movie that comes out, all of which are made by liberals for liberals with ardent liberal intent, fall short. If the movie is about poverty, the director didn't grow up poor enough to understand it. If it's about being gay, it's not gay enough. Asian, not Asian enough. Female, not enough agency. Race, don't even try. Sidelining, whitewashing, colorism, white saviorism. No amount of virtue signaling is ever virtuous enough. But somehow, 96% of film critics love Top Gun like a Catholic priest loves sleepaway camp.
Mark kicks things off with a question that stops you dead in your tracks. Why doesn't the woke crowd even enjoy the woke movies they push for? Think about that for a second. These films were built from the ground up by woke studios, written by woke writers, and greenlit specifically to please woke audiences. Every box was checked. Every demand was met. And yet somehow it still isn't enough for them. They watch these movies and complain that they don't go far enough. More diversity, more messaging, more. Maher sees right through it, and his point is razor sharp. You simply cannot satisfy these people. It seems there is no finish line. There is no version of a movie that will ever make them happy. The goalpost keeps moving and Hollywood keeps chasing it like a dog that will never catch the car. Maher is done playing that game.
Is that what diversity and inclusion look like now? Everybody's staying in their lane? Lawrence of Arabia was gay. Peter O'Toole wasn't. I can live with that. Because he was so cool, he almost made me gay. Emma Stone caught hell for playing a Hawaiian, Jake Gyllenhaal for playing a Persian, Gal Gadot for wanting to play Cleopatra, Johnny Depp for playing an Indian, even though he's not an actual Comanche, and spoiler alert, he also doesn't really have scissor hands.
Intro 3 Maher turns his attention to another thing quietly ruining Hollywood. And it isn't just the woke themes this time. It's the twisted, one-sided way cultural appropriation gets enforced in the industry. Here's how it works. If the wrong kind of actor takes a role that doesn't match their background, the woke mob seems to descend instantly. Careers get threatened, apologies get demanded, studios cave without a fight. But flip the script, and suddenly the rules change completely. Actors from certain backgrounds can step into roles with no connection to their race or culture, and not a single word gets said. No outrage, no think pieces, no cancellations, just silence. Maher calls this out for exactly what it is, a double standard dressed up as progress. It isn't about fairness or representation at all. It never was. It's about control and about who holds the power to decide which rules apply and to who.
Now says that if Philadelphia were made today, he wouldn't do it because the character was gay and he's not. Well, besides the fact that this would force all gay actors to reveal their sexuality, even if they didn't want to, great actors, which Tom is one, try hard to keep their private lives private so we don't think of their real lives when we see them in a movie that attempts to transport us into a different world. Could you really look at this actress now and not think of the trial? Should she only play bed now.
To whom intro for, and that right there is the heart of the problem. Critics argue Hollywood has been producing weaker movies because talented actors are turning down roles left and right, all in the name of virtue signaling. Think about what that actually means. An actor who could genuinely own a role, bring it to life, and make it unforgettable walks away from it simply because the woke mob might come for them online. So instead, studios hand those roles to actors who fit the approved checklist but lack the range to deliver. The performance suffers, the story suffers, the whole movie suffers. And who gets left holding the bag at the end of the day? US, the everyday people who just want to sit down, buy some popcorn, and watch a great film. We are the ones paying good money to sit through poorly cast, poorly executed movies that could have been so much better.
Daniel Day-Lewis really like? I haven't a clue, which is why he's so great. Because when he plays Lincoln, I only see Lincoln. I don't think, well, there's a British heterosexual. But Hanks says, I don't think people would accept the inauthenticity of a straight guy playing a gay guy because, quote, we're beyond that now. Don't get him started on bosom buddy.
Intro 5 Tom Hanks wouldn't take on a gay role because he fears getting torn apart on social media, even if he could pull it off perfectly. And honestly, who could blame him for thinking that way? He already knows how it plays out. The woke crowd would sharpen their knives before the movie even hits theaters. No matter how good his performance is, no matter how much heart and craft he puts into it, they would find something wrong with it. They always do. Or maybe the reason runs even deeper than fear. Maybe Hanks himself has bought into the idea that actors should only play characters who mirror their real lives. If that thinking wins, then acting is finished as an art form because acting is pretending. That is literally the whole job. Regardless of which side of this you land on, the conclusion stays the same. Woke thinking is strangling great performances right out of existence. Intro 6.
Does Forrest Gump get thrown under the bus too because Tom isn't really mentally challenged? And as far as we're beyond that, no, that implies progress. This is the opposite. This is regression. And it is frankly typical of so much wokeness that doesn't build on liberalism. It undoes it. Empathy, putting yourself in someone else's place so you can understand them better, used to be the very heart of liberalism. Now it's considered offensive because don't even try to put yourself in my shoes because you could never.
6 and Maher is absolutely right. This is not progress. Not even close. If this is the direction Hollywood has chosen, then we haven't moved forward. We've stumbled backwards. Go ahead and scroll through the latest releases. Pick any one of them. Now ask yourself honestly, which one genuinely moved you? Which one told a story so real and so human that you saw your own life reflected on that screen? Because it used to happen all the time. We used to walk out of theaters feeling something deep. We connected with the characters. We cared about their struggles because those struggles felt like ours. That connection was the magic of movies. But today, that magic is gone. The stories feel foreign. The characters feel manufactured. Nothing lands the way it should. Hollywood used to hold a mirror up to life. These days, nobody recognizes the reflection anymore.
Bunch of that always was. Of course, no one can ever know exactly what another person's struggle is, but we try. Black Like Me was a 1950s book about a white man who darkened his skin and went out into society because he wanted to understand what his black brothers and sisters were up against. Today, all the woke mob would see about that was a guy who did blackface. Steven Spielberg recently remade West Side Story and bent over backwards to respect ethnicities and ended up pleasing nobody. And it's too bad because the original musical was created by Stephen Sondheim, Arthur Lorenz, and Leonard Bernstein.
More. Intro 7. The woke crowd often seems to operate from a place of suspicion. No matter what you do or why you do it, they will find a way to twist your motives into something sinister. Dress in traditional Indian clothing and watch what happens. It doesn't matter that you did it out of genuine love and curiosity for the culture. It doesn't matter that your heart was in the right place. They will slap the cultural appropriation label on you before you can even explain yourself. Pick up any tradition, any style, any practice that isn't directly tied to your own background. And backlash can be intense. Regardless of intent, no context matters. No good intentions matter. No honest explanation will save you. In many cases, people feel judged before context is fully considered. And the sad truth is that this constant suspicion and finger-pointing doesn't protect any culture. It just builds higher walls between people who could have simply connected.
They're making a movie about Leonard Bernstein, and Bradley Cooper is playing him. I mean, if he can get through the picket lines. You see, like Rachel Brosnahan playing Mrs. Maisel and Helen Mirren playing Israeli Prime Minister Golda Meir. Bradley is, sadly, a Gentile. And that's the new sin in Hollywood, being a non-Jewish actor portraying a Jew. Because that's always been the problem in Hollywood, not enough Jew.
Intro 8, here's where it gets really interesting. Hollywood is full of Jewish actors who could have stepped in to play Leonard Bernstein. Yet, the studio went with Bradley Cooper. And right on cue, the woke mob came out swinging, furious that a non-Jewish actor had the audacity to take the role. But here's what they completely missed in all their outrage. Bradley Cooper is a tremendous actor. He didn't just play Bernstein. He disappeared into the man entirely. That is what great acting looks like. And that is precisely the standard Hollywood needs to return to if it ever wants to win back its audience. Stop casting by a checklist. Stop making ethnicity and personal beliefs the deciding factor. Stop putting the best actor in every role. Full stop. That formula built Hollywood's golden age. Great actors playing great roles. No questions asked. That it can do it again if Hollywood has the courage to try.
Woke even have a word for this troubling new phenomenon, Jew face. Do you see what I mean about them having their head up their ass? Really? The word you're using to fight anti-Semitism is Jew face? It sounds like something Mel Gibson says at a traffic.
So, let's get this straight. Hollywood spent decades rightly moving away from blackface, and now we've landed on Jewess. What comes next? Latin face, Asian face. Where does this end? Because at this rate, we are just swapping one set of ridiculous labels for another and calling it progress. These boxes and categories aren't protecting anyone. They are suffocating the entire art form from the inside out. There is absolutely nothing wrong with a person from one background stepping into the shoes of a character from another. That is not an act of disrespect. That is acting. That is the whole point. An actor's job is to become someone they are not. Someone with a different life, different experiences, and yes, sometimes a different background. That ability to cross those lines with honesty and skill is what separates a great performance from an average one. Labels don't make better movies. Talent does not.
Redmayne played a transgender woman in The Danish Girl, but now calls that a mistake because many people don't have a chair at the table. Well, actually, in movies now they do. And what does it have to do with you playing trans? Does it then work the other way? Can trans actors only play trans characters? Because that's not going to be a good deal.
Intro 10, so there you have it. Bill Maher said what millions of regular moviegoers have been thinking but were too afraid to say out loud. He argued Hollywood has lost its way largely due to what he sees as woke thinking. Great actors are walking away from great roles. Double standards are running wild on who can play what. The woke mob moves the goalpost every single time, and no movie will ever be good enough for them. Meanwhile, the rest of us are stuck watching watered-down, poorly cast films that feel nothing like real life. The magic is gone, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Hollywood built its greatness on one simple idea: put the best talent in every role and tell honest human stories. That formula still works. It will always work. Drop the agenda. Drop the labels. Pick up the camera and make great movies again. That's all we're asking. And on that note, we dropped the curtain on today's episode. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next.